I've done 5 hours of Greg already for this episode, and I was trying to do what I kind of promised. I honestly don't even remember what I said exactly, but I know I said something along the lines of doing Greg for like 10 hours in the other episode, which is what I was trying to do, but I am so like unmotivated to go kill it anymore because of the loot that I've gotten. So it's in my inventory, and you already saw what I got. So the only two rare things I got was the Dormant and Amakora helmet along with the legs. So after those 5 hours, I've had enough of Greg for the meantime, and I'm going to move on to Nex and see if I can get anything good there for the next few hours. So just the price check real quick, 16.4 mil. It's really underwhelming to see how much I made at Greg in these 5 hours, but the only good thing I would say is the 1k battle staffs. I said this in the last one, I'll say it again. It's going to be so nice to go to God Wars 2 and kill Greg on my Iron Man eventually, just because of how many battle staffs you get, and it's going to help with crafting and then also just high alching them and get a lot of money back. So I'm just going to get all geared up to go to Nex and see if I can get anything good while I'm just doing my fire making here to get my HP up. My Greg KC is now up to 323. And my Nex, since I'm going there in a second, is 892. So I should get 10 more kills onto this. If I get really fast kills, then it might be 903. So getting pretty close to that 1k mark. So it's going to be kind of cool to see that happen eventually. I don't think it'll happen in this episode, but I think I'll get maybe halfway until that 1k KC at Nex. A 118 range. Didn't know I was going to get a level, but I am 8.9 mil until 119. Doing a duo right now, and got a Zera bow. That's our third, or no, yeah, I think it was our second kill. I honestly can't remember, but yeah, I did that solo trip earlier, didn't get anything, but that's probably like a 4 mil split. I think it's around 8 or 9 mil right now. Got myself my first Armadyl item so far, Armadyl helmet, so that is 2.2 mil. This is my second hour here. I'm just casually killing Arma at the moment. I'm trying to do a little bit of Nex, and today I did like an hour and a half. My duo had to leave early, and didn't get anything from Nex at that time, but still just trying to get the title here, just trying to get the pet, and just to show you my kill count at kree'arra. It's around 2,000, so it's 2,053 right now. So I ended up recording every single trip at Armadyl that I did in this video, so you'll see every single drop that I got for the next minute or so, but I just really wanted to talk to you guys for a second to let you know why it took me this long to make this video. So this one's like a little bit over 3 weeks to make, and just the main reason why it took me this long is just because the RNG was not on my side at all. I was very unlucky at Nex. It got a little demotivating when I didn't get anything at the 5 hours at Greg. And the fact that I only got 2 animal core pieces in those 5 hours was a bit annoying, but you know, it wasn't a huge deal. But I just could not get anything at Nex to save my life. I did about almost 100 kills. Maybe it's around 85 or 90 kills to be more specific, I guess. But I just had the hardest time to get at least one item at Nex, so that's why I delayed this video for quite a bit of time. I said I was going to have it up last Friday, like a few days ago, but I had to postpone it a little bit more up until today on Monday, just so I could do a little bit more bossing and see if I could get more items. So for Armadyl, I did around 600 kills. I'm not really sure about the exact time. I know for a fact it has to be a minimum of at least 10 hours. So I'm around 2600 KC, but whenever I log back in to show you guys, I'll make sure to show you guys my KC at Nex and also Armadyl. But with Nex, I only got one drop, and I was so determined to at least get something in my solo trips. I'm not counting the duo drop that I got earlier on in this video, since technically I didn't get the drop, so I'm not going to include that drop for me. So that's the main reason why I delayed this video, is just because I really wanted to get at least one item at Nex, since I was just so determined to at least get one thing there. So I did end up getting a drop there on my very last kill of the trip, and it was the Pernix boots. So that's around 15 or 16 mil. I'm not really sure since I don't have the clip up, but it's around that price. So I'm really happy that it wasn't like a Pernix glove or whatever the cheapest glove is, just because the gloves are either the same price as the bolts or a little cheaper than them. So I would have been a little bit salty if I ended up getting a glove drop, but since I got a mid-price item, not too bad. And I'm really just happy that I finally got a drop after about those 80 solo kills or so. 2,578 kill count so far at Armadyl, so I guess it was very close to 600, might be like 560 or 570 kills for this episode. Check out the collection. I am now up to, I thought I had more hilts. I thought it would be 10, but never mind about that. So 5 helmets, 4 chest plates, 5 chain skirts, 5 gloves, 2 boots, 9 hilts, and 6 bucklers. So from the kills I did in this episode, 11 rare drops in a total. So just having this all in my inventory, it looks really nice actually. Let's put it in the price checker. So from all the kills, I have made 37.1 mil. So the crushed nest are 2.2 mil. The Grimy Dwarf Weed 1.1 mil. So I guess the bolts add up a tiny bit. The Dragon Bolts E are pretty cheap, but 712k for the Runite bolts and around 2.6 mil, 3 mil for the rare items. So that's not a terrible amount of loot from Armadyl in this episode, that's for sure. So that's pretty nice. So here's the rest of the loot. I am going to take out the stuff that I got from Nex. And yeah, I got a lot of Onyx Bolts E at Nex. 3k Onyx Bolts, that's pretty crazy, but I'm going to take out the next stuff and then see how much that is. So here's the stuff from Nex. So I might have a little bit more Runite ore and a little bit more coal than usual because of Greg, since they drop it as well, but it has to be something along those lines. But for Nex, for the KC there, I almost forgot about this, 889, so around the 80 or 90 kill mark for Nex. And I'm going to get 1k KC for sure for the next episode, and also just to show you the collection, nothing has changed since I only got a pair of Pernix boots, so I still need the Torva helmet, plate body, Pernix chaps, Virtus robe top, and the gloves to complete the collection. But let's go ahead and check the price check. I'm still in disbelief of how many drops I got for Onyx Bolts. I got 3 Onyx Bolt drops with the last trip along with the Pernix boots, so that was a really nice trip. But from the next kills, 63.9 mil, 24.3 mil with the Onyx Bolts. That's still crazy. 7.1 mil with the green D-hide. I also got a lot of green D-hide at next too. 2.6 mil with the coal, 5.4 mil with the Runite. And I guess the magic logs add up a little bit too, along with the magic seeds. I got so much drops of magic seeds, the D-hide, and the bolts. It's pretty crazy. But I think in total this adds up around 100 mil. So I'll do the price checking off screen. I'll have the total price check with all the loot in here, along with the loot in my inventory on the screen right now, just to show you guys and just to save you guys a little bit of time. And I'm going to go ahead and sell all of this loot that I have. For the most part, everything's sold, just waiting on the 2 God Sword shards to sell. The amount of money that I made in this episode, 112.9 mil, so it'll be 113.1 mil or so. You know what? It's not terrible. I'm just really happy that I got a drop, and I actually just checked the drop rate at Nex. To be honest, I didn't know it was that high, so I should have been really salty about not getting a drop at 90 kills. It's 1 in 384 for a drop, so just the fact that I never gotten that unlucky, I guess, at Nex, it was I guess I was caught off by surprise for that, and I was just a little bit annoyed. But you know what? Just the fact that I got over 100 mil, I'm happy with that, and I cannot complain about that. But it did take me a while to make that episode, just because of that dry streak, though, for sure at Nex. So couldn't really do anything about that. But since I am now completed for this episode, I am now up to 286.2 mil, and let's check out the Codex price, and it's probably around 600 mil maybe. I haven't checked in a while, so it's dropping even more. Okay, this is pretty good for me. So it's 504 mil. I feel like I just started this episode, or I started this series at a very good time, because ever since I started this series, these dropped about 200 mil, I think. So very good on my part, and I don't know if they'll continue to drop. You know what? I think it's just because of double XP weekend, maybe. I don't know if people are like getting these and just panic selling or something. I really don't know. I just kind of threw it out there, but hopefully they stay around this price, of course, and it'd be very nice. So I'm around at this time 220-ish mil away from getting my 3rd codex to finish this series. So I'm going to end it here, guys. So I'm going to be switching up bossing for sure in the next episode. I'm going to get the 1k KC at Nex, maybe do a few hours there. And I might screw around a little bit more at Gowers too, because I don't really kill Hellrear a lot, since I only have 53 KC and the textures weren't loading in, but that's pretty low KC, and I really need to get that up, just because it is an easy boss once you learn the rotation and when to like heal and stuff. I think I'll do maybe 5 hours and just see how that goes, just to switch it up a little bit more. So I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. Thank you for watching. You can drop a like on the video. You can subscribe for more RuneScape 3 content. You can follow my Twitter. The link is always down below, and I will catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.